I hope everybody had a nice holiday, but I can't help but wondering, as you might have been partaking in a family dinner or two, have you ever been at that family dinner where there's a couple at the table and then all of a sudden they start arguing and they start saying the most personal things to each other to the point where you're thinking, I really shouldn't be here for this because I don't want to partake in what's happening? Or maybe you've been in a situation where you just see people in public and they're yelling at each other, and it's just the most awkward situation for you because it feels so personal and it just feels so real and you don't want to be a part of it. That's kind of how I felt watching the film Marriage Story. Now, Marriage Story is this fantastic new film from Noah Baumbach, who the other piece of work that he did that I recognized was a film called De Palma, which of course was a documentary on famed director Brian De Palma. This is a complete departure from this. This is his work of fiction, but it's a work of fiction that feels incredibly real. As we meet this couple played by Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, and they fell in love with each other and they had this marriage, but then their marriage started to disintegrate, and now they're getting ready to go through this divorce. It's a very interesting film because it feels real, not specific to anything that I've experienced or perhaps anything that you've experienced, but just we know people who've experienced things like this. They go through the highs of this wonderful relationship, and then we go into the lows of obviously the separation into the divorce. It is probably the most realistic relationship film I think I've seen since 500 Days of Summer. I found it was a very, very strong film. Adam Driver, who had a fantastic 2019 with wonderful films such as The Report and some movie called Star Wars, and of course, Scarlett Johansson, of course, from many great films, and of course last year in Avengers Endgame. Both of them riding huge success of their other films, just really knocked it out of the park with this film. One of the things I loved about it is we see so many big movies that have like big budgets and all these like amazing explosions and special effects. This film captures you with its fantastic dialogue and just the amazing acting from its two leads. Not to be outdone, Laura Dern has a fantastic supporting part in this film as well. And I think whether you're in an extremely happy relationship, a not so happy relationship, or anything in between, this is definite must see. And it's currently playing on Netflix, and I really enjoyed it. And I give this film a B+. If you have the chance to see Marriage Story, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/Witty Whittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.